Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Doomed, and today I'm going to take you guys through my warm-up routine and settings. I recorded my last warm-up session, so if I look like a bot at any point, you know why. Timestamps are on screen and in the description if you want to skip around, but let's get right into part 1, which is Kovaaks. I always start my session with 5 to 10 minutes of Kovaaks. I play the It's Timmy warm-up routine usually twice, once for accuracy where I go slow and make sure I hit as many shots as possible, and once for speed where I push myself to set new high scores. However, if I don't have a lot of time for the day, I'll just run it once. The biggest reason I start my day with Kovaaks is it helps me focus on mouse control before I incorporate any building, editing, or game sense into my play. Mouse and crosshair control is, in my opinion, one of the most important skills in Fortnite, and starting with it front and center is a great way to give your session and warm-up routine momentum. After Kovaaks, I load up Fortnite and hop right into Raiders' aim training map. There's a lot of different aim maps you can use in-game, but I've settled on this one mainly because the loot pool is updated and there's plenty of scenarios to choose from. I pick the 1x1 aim duel arena and grab an SMG, and I do 3 to 5 rounds of 1 minute, again just focusing on keeping my crosshair controlled and steady. I know my aim is getting warm when my damage number on the enemy starts to read bigger and bigger numbers, which means I'm consistently hitting every bullet. After that, I grab a blue pump shotgun and do the same. 3 to 5 rounds of 1 minute, focusing on calm aiming and doing my best to hit 175s. Doing Kovaaks into Raiders Aim Trainer is a good way for me to snowball my practice and see how the momentum carries over. A steady crosshair in Kovaaks helps me have a steady crosshair in Fortnite, which leads directly into the building and editing warm-up. For my building and editing warm-up, I use Jiven's practice map. There's a ton of practice maps you can use, but I'm using Jiven's because of the free build with bot section, rapid piece control, and the updated loot pool. Generally speaking, I do the rapid piece control first just because it's an easy way to start getting some builds down just to see how I'm playing for the day. There's a clear goal, which is to piece the bot and not get shot, and you don't have to worry about chaining a whole bunch of edits together as your first building exercise of the day. During this section here, I like to really take my time and focus on getting the timings right for taking peeks and warming up different kinds of piece control like through windows and through peanut butter edits. Something I'll do to keep it interesting for me is to attempt a different piece control if I fail the first one like this. I'll usually play this until I hit 10 to 15 drills in a row without taking damage. After that, I come over to the free build with bot section, and I split this into 3 phases. The first is slow mode free build. I use slow mode on the first free build section just so I can really focus on my crosshair placement and mouse control on my basic building moves like making full boxes or triple editing while edit coursing, and to warm my fingers up. I don't really pay too much attention to the bots at this point because I'm just trying to start flowing with my builds, and it's easier to do that when there's only one focus, but I will piece them up if I'm close by them. Next, I do regular free building. This is just the obvious next step for me. It brings things to the regular speed of play after going slow and focusing specifically on different things for the whole warm-up. This is where all parts of my warm-up start to come together, and my fingers appreciate the time to get used to the full speed movement as well. And like with this slow section, I'm not really trying to piece the bots yet, but if I come close to one, I'll piece them up. And the final section for Jiven's map is the hard mode free build. This is really where I put everything together. Mouse control and crosshair placement, piece control through window and wide edits, not taking damage on my peaks, and hitting hard shots after every edit. The hard mode part of Jiven's map has been so helpful in helping me learn to take these perfect peaks after edit coursing, and I think it'll really help anyone who's struggling with the same thing. To wrap up my warm-up, I play Raiders 1v1 map just to put all this in practice against a real player and see how fast my brain's moving for the day. If I feel really good, I'll only play a few rounds, but if I'm not feeling too hot, I'll stay a bit longer till I'm feeling warm. All in all, the warm-up takes me anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how long I replay certain parts and things like that. Finally guys, here's my settings. Feel free to pause them at any point. I use Triton Oak 10 and my sensitivity is 6.5 X and Y at 800 dpi. I also play IJKL binds, so I have everything to the right side of my keyboard. I also want to say thank you to everyone who left a comment or a like on my last video, and everyone who's subscribed since then. It really means a lot to me, and I love talking with people about the game. It's been a dream of mine for a long time to give advice on Fortnite, and it's been a passion of mine for the past 6 years, so it's felt so good to finally reach some people in the community. So with that being said, please leave a comment of any kind down below, leave a like if you liked it, and subscribe if you like where we're heading. Peace.